Okay, let's get into this.
Yeah, let's do the talking first, and then just pretty much I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts because something happened. Well, okay, I heard two. It dropped on Friday. I saw a bunch of people saying, yeah, it's kind of fire. I saw a bunch of people say, yo, there's way too many features. And then I saw another thing. Yeah, there is. I saw another thing saying like, I think we've had this discussion before, but I'm just curious and I want to have it now. They were talking about posthumous albums, and like, just are they good? Are they bad? And a lot of people don't like them. One guy that I particularly like, I respect his writing and shit, so I was just like hearing him out. And he hates it. He hates it completely. And my thing is, I kind of agree. It's kind of fucked up. Like, you're definitely capitalizing on like this guy's name, even though he's not here and shit. Like, who knows if he wanted to do this, et cetera, et cetera. But I would also say, like, my only counter argument is the way that we heard Invincible and Pop Smoke. When we first heard Pop Smoke, it was crazy. Yeah. It was like, bro, this guy changed my fucking life.
It was new as well, and yeah, it was new energy.
Exactly. And for somebody else to maybe they didn't hear any of that stuff, but now they hear one of these songs, it might have that same effect, you know? It might be a positive thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that would be my one argument, but I'm curious what you guys think. Like, how do you feel about posthumous albums?
I gotta say, I liked Invincible a lot.
But that was before he...
Like, I liked him a lot more.
When he was alive? That was before he passed.
The
music was different. The music was different.
What do you think about posthumous albums? Like, this album?
Like, I would say Invincible, I would say it was as good as Meet the Woo-2.
Meet the Woo-2 is what we're talking about. That's the album.
Yeah.
Meet the Woo-2 is while he was alive.
Sorry.
You think we're talking about...
I would say Meet the Woo-2, the one he made while he was alive.
Yeah.
I would say it was as good as Invincible.
Invincible was off that. That was a track off Meet the Woo-2.
I think you're confused.
Bro. Oh, sorry. No. Shoot for the stars.
Yeah.
For the moon. My bad.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So what are you saying?
But I think...
he liked this album as much as he liked Meet the Woo-2.
Yeah, but I think that we don't know how much he put away, how much he prepared to release release music. Because if he wanted to,
that's my thing.
This is great
because look,
this is what he wanted.
All of the, I don't think
this is his legacy.
I don't think the second, like this, maybe this would have been released. I don't think this album would have been released on his own if he was still here. I think it's just throwaways. They put it together. They sent it out to different producers, and then they made these tracks. He didn't rap to any of these beats. I don't think. He might have on a couple, but for the majority, even this one, they just took his vocals and added it, boom, and then released it as a album.
Yeah.
So that's my thing with it. I don't think if he was here, any of these would be released. Not any of these, but a lot of these would have been wouldn't have been out. Yeah. So based on that, I'm not really. I don't support too many posthumous albums. Yeah. This is the second one too. Yeah. Think about it. Most people, it's only one. Maybe they have enough to put out one.
Yeah. But I wonder if
this is the second.
Like, if he's had like
20 tracks as well.
What if he's had like 3, like locked away in a safe?
I don't think they would have came out. That's my thing. That's the only thing.
Yeah, especially the time.
If he had them like ready, locked away.
It's
we don't know. That's the thing. We don't know at the end, but as long as there's bangers, really, that's the main. As a consumer, that's what we want. We want good music.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if he's releasing good music, that's all I care about, really. But
he's not releasing it.
But there will get to a point where if they keep on releasing posthumous albums in his name, they'll get to a point where I'll be on the same page as you guys.
Fair enough.
Because I've heard
like is this him at this point?
Yeah.
But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for like even like 3, 4.
Just because he probably has so much recording.
And I've heard recycled verses though. How do you feel? I've heard even the track we played.
Oh really?
Genius.
Yeah.
Mellow. Asphalt.
Yeah.
Hello.
That's on the.
We heard that on another track.
Oh yeah.
And then they used it on this. They use a segment. They use like 3 bars here, and then they put on this.
But sometimes they do that though. A lot of times, like even Migos.
Exactly.
That's different. That's different. Sometimes he does that. It's different than sometimes.
That's the thing.
These guys at this label did it. I don't know. It's weird.
I like the product. If the music is good, if he has enough great music, then release it. There's no point of holding it.
That's another thing.
But if you're trying to put together some shit, scrape together some throwaway, there's some verses he didn't want out as well, probably.
I'm sure.
Some throwaways, And then I don't fucks with them taking those and then putting them together and slapping fucking Sway Lee, Kanye West, and then making it a track.
Exactly.
I don't fuck with that. But
would you say this album? It took a little while for you to like for it to grow on?
Shoot for the Stars, you mean? The first Posthumous.
The first part, I still don't really fucks with it like that. There's only a couple. I picked 2, 3.
But there are some songs
Creature,
on there, and I think that's what you're saying. Yeah.
It's hard to if there's 20.
Yeah.
I fuck with the artist.
Exactly.
And if you put out 20 songs nice with that artist, I'm gonna like a couple, most likely. But
so you're saying
I like this a lot.
You think that might happen again with this new album or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it some time because it might grow on me.
Of course,
I might like it a lot.
And that's true. That did happen.
And I might like feel like, hey, maybe he did want to release this.
Fair. Yeah, that's the thing. That could totally be.
How about if you hear a verse that you heard before, like The Genius? How do you feel about that? Like we heard that part. As for hello, we heard that before, right? Okay, and we hear it again. How do you feel about that?
You think it okay? Was the exact same like?
It's a fact. We can play it.
He might have recorded it again, but either way, it's.
Oh, well, it's okay. We don't know. We don't know. But I'm saying I heard these 3 bars before in another song, and now this is a Posthumous album,
and it happens to be Posthumous. If it wasn't Posthumous,
then we could. Yeah, whatever. Exactly. But it's like, a Posthumous album, and I hear the same. So how do you feel about that? Are you okay with it? Is whatever or
if it? Yeah. If I thought it was a little more flagrant, I would totally agree with you. But this here, I think it's like he's just referring to an old song.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, because the song is "Hello," right?
Yeah. The other one.
That's like the hook.
Yeah, good song.
So like sometimes, but if I did feel like it was, like he's like it's just copy and pasting like bars, then I would feel like okay, this is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird because
give it some time though.
I'm literally on both ends. Like I'm not even in the middle. I'm thinking, yo, this is like it's kind of fucked up. Like they're just cutting and pasting this guy. He happens to be popular. Because otherwise, like, why are they releasing it right now instead of waiting another year? Probably because his name is popular. This was one of the highest selling albums of the year, actually. Shoot for the Stars.
It's a music business at the end of the day.
Exactly. So part of me is
still signed to the label. I mean,
absolutely.
It's still owned. Like the label owns
his shit right
records.
Now. Yeah.
So,
and technically they can do whatever they want. And there's like the other argument that's like the money they make off of this might be for his family now.
That's another.
There's a lot of stuff, but it's just it's an interesting thing.
But if they're releasing stuff in his name and like he doesn't really have a say or his people don't have a say in it at all, then they're like messing with his legacy.
Absolutely.
Which is why it would be
that's what this is.
That's an argument. Yeah.
If it's not okay. If it's okay, it's great.
Yeah. But we can't say that with certainty that this is what he wanted to release as an art, and especially because we're trying to think of like from the artist's perspective. Maybe he doesn't give a shit. I'm like, well, I don't speak for him.
We don't know. He can't defend himself, so we can't say anything right now. What my takeaway from this is how good of an artist he is to release. Yeah, he has this much. He left a big catalog.
Yeah,
for us to put together 2 full albums. That's crazy. Yeah.
So with some smackers.
It shows how good of an artist he is. For me, that's what I take away from it. But yeah, like Faith. That's the last album.
This is the new one. Yeah.
Did they say it's the last one?
No, but I do know that like a lot of this was unfinished. They said that. Yeah. And then another thing is there's like this thing going around where he talks about how he doesn't like doing features. How he talks about how he doesn't like doing features. And like
Meet the Woo. There's
none of
2 features.
Really shit. Yeah, none of it.
Well, they probably had the complete songs now, so.
Yeah, but
but literally,
he
look
at wanted this.
He has 5 solo tracks.
That? It's kind of interesting though, because a lot of these features, their fans might like check out Posthumous.
This is a fact, dude. This is a fact. That's a fair argument. Absolutely a fair argument.
There's a lot of different audiences.
It's tough, man. It's tough because like. Like I guess maybe the morally right thing is to be like, okay, he's passed, we're not gonna release any more music, etc., etc. But then he kind of fades away with 2 albums out, and like his family doesn't get to really eat again. Cause like, bro, I would like to think that his family's gonna be able to eat off of some of this shit.
We don't know that either.
Yeah, we don't know. But I'd like to hope, cause otherwise that's fucking crazy. But yo, this shit's crazy, so who knows? But anyways,
Legacy's still alive.
Yeah, exactly. And part of me thinks like that's important. And another part of me, I thought this was important too, is like should it be separate? Because we talked about art versus artist. Like maybe this is for the world now. Unfortunately, he's not here.
What do you mean?
Yeah, But because like I always had that thing where like, why are you holding this shit anyways? Why is it in your hard drive? Let the world hear it. Because somebody might need to hear this shit. Yeah. But like maybe they didn't release any of the songs, but then somebody heard Gangsters in New York. Somebody heard Gangsters like, oh, I'm gonna do that. I like this shit. I'm gonna be an artist.
Never. Yeah.
So part of me thinks like, you gotta get the music. You gotta let the music live.
But I don't think they should be
exploiting.
Like, yeah. I think that's their right as a musician to choose to put it in.
Yeah, that's the argument that everybody's saying. Yeah.
Rather than.
Like, that's what I'm on.
People reaching from the space to
grab it. Yeah, fair enough.
Interesting.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke, for sure.
Yeah.